And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We are live here in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge, Georgia at Sycamore Crossing. It is now time for our segment, Senior Living, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, Community Relations Director from Cameron Hall and LJ. But Jesse, you have a guest with us today.
I do. I thought we needed to bring some folks on and enjoy this beautiful setting. So we've got Brian Young with us. Brian is the Program Director for Senior Life Services in North Georgia. So, Brian, do you care to tell us a little bit about what that means and what Senior Life Services is?
Could you slow down a little bit? Who told you to just take off? I asked you to introduce the guy.
Just introduce him?
Just relax.
Oh, I took it and ran.
Oh, man.
I've been around you too long now.
I figured something, or Amanda said, just go with it.
Just go with it.
No, I want to get right into this, but before we do, I want to say that one of the focus, one of the major focus that when we talked about this is to make sure we're bringing you good information out there every week. And so many times we hear senior living and we see and we just think, wow, that's an extreme cost, or I can never afford that. Now you can go. I had to say that.
You had to introduce. I'm sorry.
We'll have to work on this.
I had my caffeine this morning, so I'm good and ready to go.
No. So, okay.
So senior living is a little bit different from the senior centers that that Brian oversees. So what I'm going to ask you, Brian, is just kind of what does your title mean? What does senior services in North Georgia do?
Well, program director, as you said, I'm over 7 centers in Northwest Georgia. 5 congregate centers where those are centers where seniors can come and enjoy activities, and we have 2 that are Meals on Wheels facilities only. But on a Monday through Friday schedule, the senior centers, they offer activities, provide lunch, games, field trips. Seniors can drive in. We do have transportation to bring them in as well. But there's just an array of activities on a day-to-day basis for really anyone 60 and over to participate in.
Now, which senior centers are we talking about here, particularly in North Georgia, that you...
We have one here right in downtown Blue Ridge. We have one in downtown LJ. There's one in Pickens County, and we actually operate 2 in Walker County, one in Chickamauga and one in Lafayette. And
you said 2 of them are associated with Meals on Wheels?
Well, all centers actually are a Meals on Wheels center. We have our Whitfield and Murray County centers are Meals on Wheels facilities only. Now, all of our senior centers also are Meals on Wheels facilities. So each day we have Meals on Wheels deliveries going out of those centers in addition to providing congregate activities for those that come to attend.
Now, if I'm a senior citizen, and Jesse, do not push me that way. Seems like every episode we do, Jesse invites me to join them. You know, it's never too early, right?
I was going to ask Brian if they had any senior dances, since you keep saying you want to go to one.
We do have a prom coming up in Pickens County.
I know you
senior prom.
Are you inviting me to the prom?
We do have a senior prom.
Are you inviting me to the prom? Okay.
I bet we've got some ladies that.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Do what now?
Well, no, we do have a senior prom late September in Pickens County, being hosted by Chattahoochee Tech. So it's the opportunity's there.
Okay, so let me go where I was going with that. You know, sometimes when we see the senior center, do you have to join? Do you have to pay a membership? What are some of the things that the senior center offers, like activities? But if I live here in North Georgia and I want to go to the senior center, do I just go?
Yes, actually, yeah. The only requirements to be 60 or above and want to have fun. There's no fee. There's no contract or membership. So we do ask members to sign up, but it's just essentially signing up, basically putting some demographic information down, and that's it, though.
But you do become a member. It's no charge, and that membership helps you keep connected with email and like activities or anything like that, or any kind of activities or stuff. You're connected to what's going on.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it does provide contact information in case there's, in the event of an accident. But outside of that, it's just, so we know who's coming to the center. It helps in terms of, in meals we provide and activities that we host, it gives us an idea of numbers or counts by we can look at how many active members we have. But outside of that, there's no other requirement, and that isn't a requirement. It just helps us manage the facility in terms of meals served and our activities. But really, again, anyone 16 above is welcome and encouraged to come by.
What are some of the activities of the senior?
Well, we offer health and wellness activities basically designed to keep everyone up and moving. Chair yoga, balloon volleyball, those types of events. We have professionals come in from different organizations will come in and like do group activities. There's field trips that we offer 2 or 3 times a month, and of course there's bingo. Bingo is typically 1 to 2 times a week, and that is a very serious activity in each of the centers.
Well, we don't want to discuss my age, but I may sneak into the bingo.
They've got some pretty good prizes.
I like that. What are the prizes?
I've seen everything from stuff to decorate your house with, which Lisa would probably appreciate, to candy, to snacks. Good stuff.
What are some of the things concerning the senior centers in North Georgia that you wanted to make sure we gave the people out there the information, and some of the things that he wanted to make sure that we shared with people today?
So in conjunction with what I do at Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall, I have the opportunity to go and engage in the outside community, both in Fannin County, Gilmer County, even down into Pickens County. So I've been able to go into the centers here in Fannin. I was actually there this week with them, and they've got a great center. I encourage you to go by and at least just see what it is so you can tell people, not that you're going to utilize it, but just so you can tell people. And then you know, different people come in and do activities. But one of the things that I heard a lot when I've been mentioning this to folks who are looking for something to do, but they're not quite ready to make that move into a community setting like Cameron Hall, is I'll mention the senior centers in the area, and they're like, isn't that for low-income people that can't afford to do anything else? So
But absolutely not. It's, again, welcome. Anyone 16 above is welcome. And if you go and spend time in our centers, I mean, yes, there are low-income members, but they're also, they're from all demographics, from all social groups. I mean, you won't find a specific group there, which is one great thing about the center. It brings together from upper income, low income, middle income, and you have, and if you think of someone who's 60 and someone who's 95, I mean, you have generation gaps there. So it brings together a lot of different types of people, all there to do a similar thing. And I was in the Fannin Center this morning and was concerned because once you go in, it's really hard to get out because everyone wants to talk, and you start getting in some really great conversations there. And you know, I'm 47, so every time I go there, they teach me things. They tell me all.
Okay.
I hear all sorts of things in there. But there's various groups there, and it's just a great place for everyone, regardless of what your background is, to come and meet and enjoy yourself.
Well, I enjoy, let's just say, the wisdom, because if you sit down with some of these people and just share a minute or two, it's amazing what they know, what they share, and the wisdom that our seniors have if we take a minute and just sit down with them and talk.
Could not agree more.
I actually, this past week when I was there, sat down with a lady and her daughter. They were both utilizing the center, again talking about that age range. And she was a previous RN, so she had lots of medical questions for me about Cameron Hall. But then we started talking about her husband. She is a widow. He served at the tail end of World War II into Korea, and then she was telling me about how he had been in the Army and then got discharged, and he wanted to go back, but they wouldn't give him his rank. And so at that point, Army Air Force had split, and he was able to go back into the Air Force and get the rank he had been at. So those are things that we don't get to always learn about. I mean, that was the defining time of creating 2 separate military branches, and she was involved in, had somebody in that and experienced that.
Well, both of you, I want to thank you very much because for coming up and clearing up some things that we just don't understand about the senior centers. And I want to thank Brian Young here this morning, Senior Living Services. If you see the senior center in Gilmer, Fannin, Pickens, and you wonder, hey, what happens there? How do things work there? We want to thank Brian Young for coming and explaining several things about the Senior Center. We want to thank Jesse Barton with Cameron Hall, Community Relations Director. You know, we had a couple questions, they're very simple, and these are things I did not know myself. You see a senior center in your community, is there a minimum age requirement? 60? That's it? That's the age? What is the monthly fee? Nothing. Nothing at all. Just come down and enjoy the senior center. So many activities, a long list. And if you thought the misperception that senior center was for low income, it's not. It's a part of your community, and it's a way that seniors can continue to be active and a part of the community they live in a great way. Okay? I did that? Wrap?
Yep.
Did it?
I'm going to get my dancing shoes and plan on that prom.
There's a prom in Pickens County, and they do have activities. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the age group. You know, we'll talk about that music next week. That might be going on. I'm trying to put. I'm doing everything.
Classics.
Well, you know, there's people out there with scorecards saying, "I'm going to figure out how old he is sooner or later with all these clues I give out." Right? So don't say anything.
Music doesn't define it.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. We should stop there. There's really, like, I have these little signals in my brain that says stop right there. Okay, don't go any further. I'm your host, BKP. Now don't forget, go to FYN TV, Fetch Your News YouTube, join our YouTube channel, and send this great information out to all of your friends. We put these clips up. North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. And again, Brian Young, thank you for being here.
Brian.
Director, Senior Life Services here with the Senior Centers. I'm your host, BKP. It's now time for Pet of the Week. I'm getting a little sidetracked because I'm so sorry, you're not the star of the show. I'm just sorry. I never told you that, but we always round out with the star of the week, and that's up after these messages. Thank you again.